environments have been produced by our corporation.
Old straw house homestead made out of mulga to support the hay, and they plaster about normal hay size, but it was flat plaster on both sides, and that was the house. And it was different world altogether, different environment. They go out and shoot young heifer for the month or two so that they can have a feed and also feed the stockmen.
Right in the middle, not on the backline, in the middle. Backline, on the middle, right there, full forward. Man it up, man.
The Rio Tinto Indigenous Lands Challenge Cup started in 2005, and obviously between the Maralinga Eagles, which made up of the Ceduna, Oak Valley, Yalata regions, and between and against APY Thunder, which is obviously a representative side from the APY land.
Get to know each other more, that'd be better, you know?
Well, you have a lot of them come through there, don't you? We're not the first.
Yes.
We thought we were going to use the petitions as
See all these blokes coming in here, all the magistrates coming up here and looking around. It's really good to see that, so they can go back with some sort of a background of a person, like an Aboriginal person. They got to deal with that person in any other issues, they can actually see where they're coming from, you know. Yeah. It's good to see them just there. And I can't imagine them, they had them white wigs on or whatever they was, you know. I would like to ask them, what culture is that? But might offend them. But I just try to sitting there and watching them, saying, these blokes wear these hats and what? And they're here. I thought they was looking like cattlemen this morning, you know. They get up early. You know, I was thinking, yeah, when you look at it, they're one of the ordinary people. But when they put their disguise on, that's when they make the ripples, you know.
Well, it's good to see Napa water growing up, you know. How many water we got around here? Allergy, you know. Because when I was a kid, I grew up here. I don't know, there was a water around here, you know. Yeah, my mother used to talk about. But only thing I went to Adelaide, and there was a water, and I said, might be no water in our country. Now we found out there's a couple around here.
Nyuntu anango pulkango ara pulka kanyini peanut disease nyako karinjako. Kujubara jingro ngunjo mamango peanut disease ara jota nyako ko wiya mono jingro kulilko chichi balor jingro chichi kora mono kata waro jara.
Yaji nindil alat waroring ko warumlo pulkanya.
Pina ngajon kunjala world bajar panjawiya ka euro puto pakalingani pinangor. Pika ungo pinangka rawa ngarala ka pika pulka pina disease pakarni. Nyuntu itinya karinjawiya pina palanjaku klinikangka pina ungo ja iedram paloro tahani ka arla pulka ngarani.
Are they getting better from last year to this year? Can you?
Yeah, well, over the 3 years we've been in it, they're getting better and better each year. And see, last year Ethan and Alfred George came very high up. They came in the first 100, which out of a bike race of around 400 or 500 is really doing well.
Everyone swarmed to it because, you know, like, oh, how come a black fella's got this toy? It's like, you know, it's a good buzz for me to be able to work with them and, you know, make them happy and offer them what they want. I'm just pleased they come to me instead of going to America and buying one like most people do. Yeah.
And what's Bernard like as a driver?
He is a really good driver. He's a very good operator, very smooth. And the thing that Bernard's got on his side is he's ran up and down this track more times than everybody, you know, pre-running it. He knows every rock, every bush, every corner. So he's got the home advantage, yeah. The way he was going through them whoops today, he was just flat to the floor and the car was just sitting there like, you know, you could have sat a can of Coke on the dash and it would have stayed there. It was that good.
Mark Burrow is about 5 times Frink Desert Race champion, 5 times winner. Straight over. And like when talking to Gardner, last year's winner, they seen a Thornbury truck and they're spinning out. For me, as a black fella having a car like this, it's different, it's wicked.
When they finish this course, they'll take the horses that they've actually started home back to their communities, and then they can ride them and start doing the cattle work under the management of the AP Wide Land Management Unit. We're here doing 3 weeks worth of horse starting. That's getting the wild horses in, getting them to the point where we can saddle them and go for a ride on them. And then we'll give them a spell, and then they'll bring them back to continue their education later on. Most of the people can ride here, so we start off with the horses. They can then start their own horse plant, then they can start going out doing the actual cattle work on the APY lands themselves. And instead of having white fellas come down as contract musterers, these blokes will be qualified and trained to go out and do that work themselves.
Helikopter kalian ko pernah helikopter ngokar ngordelan. Pada dilawan mula. Pala pada nyebin. Dilihat aku helikopter ka. Kako coba cara lihat cara helikopter ka jalan kaya panang ngordelan, panang ka channel modelan. Channel modelan. Langan pala dilihat. Ya. Green grass papakat ako. We know. Well shown, and you can drop them waru, that machine thing, and drop it.
And so if the grass looks dry, it's going to burn, you tell me.
Like that.
That's what you're thinking.
You
Very easy to go on the helicopter.
You are easy to go on the helicopter and burn it.
Quick way.
Very quiet way.
But I seen this way, people could afford to burn it with a car.
Sometimes car's good, sometimes helicopter good. Palja.
Joo.
G'day. One thing about a road trip is there's a lot of road. We've been driving, we came down from Alice last night, or yesterday and last night. That's about 5 hours. Another hour this morning. There was a plane trip before that and 5 hours driving before that. Now we're finally here to pick up the band.
Band live on stage. Bush Band's Bash is underway here in Alice Springs. Welcome, Australia.
The Watcher, for example, just their very name, it's the name of their community. They see themselves very much as representing their community, and the community sees them, the band, as representing them as well. So when they go out to a festival, they feel very strongly that they are the custodians of their community's reputation. They feel that very heavily, a lot more than like if you lived in Woolloomooloo, you know, like here we are, okay, I'm from Woolloomooloo. Well, people don't really care, you know, no one from Woolloomooloo cares, and you don't really care. But if you're from the Watcher, you know, I'm the Watcher band.
My baby wants me.
Where do you think a Watcher will be in 10 years' time? Where do you want it to be?
TV.
I want to treat the tourists and other people like that so that they can come and enjoy the horses, or if they don't ride horses, the tourists and the young people can ride around quad bike mustering a real animal, which is cows. We're going to have to start talking to the government so that we can get our land back, so that it can be recognised in whitefella world.
The baby is receiving antibodies against that cold from the mother through the breast milk. So we need to be really careful about hygiene, because baby's immune system isn't strongly working by itself, then they need to have their immunisations.
And I know just where I'm going. I'm making my trouble and I don't go away. This life, baby, darling, I'm coming home to stay.